Okay, so we're going to start talking about the social justice website, and I'll start by talking about a few of the first pages. Before we get started, let's just review. This is kind of how this project works. We start with a website, and the goal of that particular piece of this project is for awareness of the issue. Both your own awareness and for your audience's awareness of the issue. And also kind of an advocation, I don't think that's a word, but being an advocate for social change. So it's thinking about awareness and it's thinking about what I can do about this problem. So now I'm aware of a problem, what can I do? And so that's kind of the goal of this website, is to explore that and to have your readers explore that. The proposal paper is a plan that details what you and your organization plan to do about the issue, and it's a request for money. Remember that you do not need to have your idea for what you're going to do yet, but after spring break is when you guys want to get kind of serious about that. So it might be something worth talking about, especially as you explore what actions you can take, or what are the greatest needs of my group of people. And then finally, the third one is the presentation, and that is a pitch of your proposal. You're pitching it to donors, and so that might become complicated if we're still in a remote learning situation, but for right now we're just going to keep it as is, and more details will follow as we have to cross bridges that I haven't had to cross before. Some recommendations for success on this website. Number one, connect with your group. Please, please, please connect with your group. Be in contact with them all week long. Okay, don't just talk to each other on Monday and then come back together on Friday before it's due. Talk to your group each day. Check in with one another. Ask them how they're doing. Check on their pages. You're not being bossy by checking on other people's pages. You're just making sure that this group is going to work and the product is going to look good. You can feel free to divide and conquer, but like I said in the intro video for the week, make sure to watch each overview video. So if you are only going to be responsible for the home page and the statistics page, still watch the pages or the videos for the social media page and all that other stuff, so that you know how to help each other and you'll know how to better edit on Friday. I highly recommend that you work on this project a little bit each day. Okay, it is not going to be easy if you don't. Okay, if you try to save this until Friday and try and do it all on Friday because it's due Friday by midnight, that's not going to go well for you. It's not going to go well for your group, and it's definitely not going to go well for your end product. If I were you guys, I would save Friday as just an editing and revision day. Okay, so don't plan on waiting until Friday to do this. Instead, plan on having this website done a lot earlier and then taking your time to edit and revise and make it look good. Okay? So let's start by talking about the home page. The home page itself should be about 350 words or more. So there is a writing piece to this, and it's worth 10 out of your 50 points. Start with a written emotional hook. Okay, so you have to hook your reader somehow, and you need to make that big, and that needs to be a big part of your homepage on your website. If you look at all sorts of websites, they do this, right? Whatever's biggest on their homepage is some sort of a hook. They're trying to get you to stay there. It can be a story, okay, and please keep it pretty brief. It could be a very compelling statistic. It can be a quote. It can be a number of different things, but somehow you need to hook your audience. Please do not make your hook a video. Save your videos for your multimedia page. Next, your homepage needs to include at least one image, and it probably should be more. Think about it this way. When you go to a website, what do you want to look at? Are you drawn to reading giant chunks of text? No, you're looking at the pictures on the website, okay? And that's just human nature. That's what we do, okay? So images and the use of images is important on a website where you're trying to get people to stay and actually listen to you and read your information. Then, yes, you do have to have a written portion. I know I said that most people don't read that part, and I know that you guys probably wouldn't, but you do need to have information available. This is going to be an informative website. So you need to include an overview of the subject matter. So you got to answer these questions. What is the problem? Okay, so describe the problem itself. Okay, some of it's obvious, right? Like if your population is homeless people, the problem is that they are without a home, right? But don't just stop there. You got to go further and go into way more detail than that. Okay, you can define key terms, explain distinctions within your topic. Okay, so that would, if there are certain terms that are relevant to your topic that might not be clear to any just random person looking at this website, definitely define them. You can give some statistics here, but save most of your statistics for the statistics page. Okay. If your statistic is kind of talking about how big the problem is as a whole, then yeah, maybe you can include it in your homepage and save the more specific statistics for the statistics page. Okay, but generally you're just giving an overview of the problem. What is the problem? Why should I care about this particular issue? Okay, and then finally, all information on this page must be cited parenthetically, and yes, I do mean an MLA format. So you should have either an author's last name or you should have the title of an article within parentheses. Okay, this information on your homepage, you are not making up, it's not coming from your brain, so you need to cite it parenthetically. All right? Next, let's talk about the statistics page. That's about 300 or so words. Again, another 10 out of your 50 points. This includes a variety of relevant statistics. Now, here's the thing. You have to have two sets of statistics, okay? So here's an example. For homelessness, one set of statistics could be homeless women and children. And then you list a bunch of statistics for homeless women and children. And then another could be homeless men, or another category could be job availability, or another one could be food programs, something along those lines. You want to break up your statistics into chunks, okay? Because once again, if you were going to a website and you just saw a giant list of statistics, you're probably not going to read through all of them. But if you get small amounts of statistics in chunks, you're more likely to actually look at that. Okay, another example of breaking your statistics up into two sets, maybe you do a national set of statistics versus a local set of statistics. Okay, hopefully that makes sense to you guys. This is the important part though, and this is probably where your word count comes in. Each set of statistics has to include introductory context and interpretive commentary. So this is where you are commenting on the statistics. So look at the introductory context part. It says, who provided the data and how was the research conducted? Okay, this is giving context for why I should actually trust the reliability of these statistics, right? Where are these statistics coming from? Who is making these statistics? Who is doing this research? Because once again, I've talked about this before. If we're doing, cancer research, Mrs. Lee, as an English teacher at Valley Christian High School, doesn't really have the authority to give out that kind of information. Versus, again, if we're talking about cancer research, maybe Dr. Lee from UCLA Medical Center, who's a specialist in oncology, would have more authority to actually write a set of statistics about cancer, okay, or cancer treatments or whatever. So the context of these statistics matter, and you need to actually provide that information, okay? You can do that by doing quick Google searches on the authors. Okay, if they are a published author, most likely they have some information about themselves on Google somewhere. All right. Then the interpretive commentary, and this is really, really important. What is the significance of these statistics? Okay, so if you're going to tell me that 14% of the U.S. population is homeless, tell me why that's a big deal. Because statistics can feel very cold, right? So your job is to warm them up. Your job is to tell us why that is such a significant number. Think back to that video that we watched on where if the world were 100 people. Remember, the goal is to think about a set of statistics as not just statistics, but as actual people. Those statistics represent people. So why are these statistics that you're giving me so important? Okay, and then again on this page, all your information must be cited parenthetically because again, you are not the ones coming up with the statistics, you're just finding them. So who are the people coming up with them? You need to include citations for those sources. Now, there is an opportunity for extra credit on the statistics page, and you can earn some extra credit by turning your statistics into an infographic. And over here on the right, I actually have an infographic on infographics. Okay, an infographic is where you take a set of information and you put it into a very visually appealing form. We love infographics in this day and age because we like visuals. And so if you want to turn your statistics page into an infographic, you will still need to include the interpretive commentary separate from the infographic. So notice these have statistics here, but maybe down at the bottom of the page, you include kind of why these statistics are important or why they matter. Okay, one really cool tool for creating infographics is Pictochart. So if you are interested in this option of a little bit of extra credit to do your statistics page in this form, check out Pictochart. It's a really, really good infographic building tool. I've definitely used it. It's awesome.